All right, here we go. Welcome, everybody. My name is Colby Robinson of This Side Up Moving and Storage. Today, we're doing a Huntsville Achievers, the Big 3 and 5. We're excited to have Joe Martin on with us today. He's the owner of Huntsville Adventure Boot Camp. Joe, I really appreciate you carving out some time to hang out with me a little bit today and give us some tips on how we can get back out of this kind of quarantine funk and start getting our lives back into a healthy way. Thanks for coming on. Do you have any tips or strategies that we can use to kind of get up out of this deal?
Oh, it just so happens I do. Yeah, appreciate you on, man. We were talking a little bit before this. There's a lot of people that got paralyzed right now. Life has been thrown upside down, and it's kind of crazy right now. So got 3 tips to kind of get you back in the game right now, because a lot of us are having the same struggle. So the first one, you got to change your mindset a little bit. So we're going to talk about, rather than just these, outcome goals, more behavior goals. So a lot of people have, I need to lose 20 pounds or 30 pounds, or I need to get back running 5 miles a day. Let's focus on more behaviors, because that stuff, like losing weight and all that, there's a lot of stuff that you don't have any control over. You may have some crazy work schedule now with kids running around that you're having to homeschool in between doing your work. Meals may not be all the same. The food chain supply may not be like things are changing, right? So you have complete control over that. And it's going to be a lot harder to accomplish that. So rather than that, focus on behavior goals. What I mean by that is you have complete control whether you're going to exercise. We'll talk about how you can do that later, but you do have that control. So a behavior goal will be like, hey, I'm going to get in 2 or 3 workouts this week. Or I'm going to put my fork in between bites while I chew my food. Or it's going to be, I'm going to eat till I'm 80% full. So those are things, they're not easy, don't get me wrong, but they are things you have complete control over. Because people that depend on the scale, a lot of things can go wrong with that. You can go up 8, 10 pounds, other way, one way or the other, and then your happiness is built around something that you have no control over. But if you focus on those behavior goals, the funny thing usually happens, you get to that outcome goal, you just do it because you stay in the game, because you stay motivated. So that would be the first one. Kind of change your mindset a little bit, rather than, hey, I got to lose this weight. Maybe just focus on what you got control over. So the second one, there's something called the law of diminishing intent, which is probably what a lot of people are going through right now. That means the longer you wait to do something that you know you need to do, the less your chance are that you're going to be able to get that started. And if you ever talk about people that, I'll probably go back and get my master's degree one day.
Oh, yeah.
That was me. Like, I was in grad school. I was like, well, I'll take a little pause and go back. Never went back.
Yeah.
I waited too long, right? So that's kind of the same deal. So science has discovered the perfect time to start a workout program. Do you know when that is?
I'm hoping it's now. I'm dealing with the same problem.
Yeah, that's a completely scientific study I made up.
Yeah.
Is the time, right? There's no perfect time, right? Just like starting your business. Like when you started, it probably wasn't perfect time. I started mine in the middle of recession. So it's never the time to have kids or all these different things. Never a perfect time. Obstacles are always going to be in your way. Something's always going to come up. You just start. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the greatest. But if you start, then you can get there, right? But
that's right.
It's kind of hard to reach your goals, right? So tell yourself, I'm going to go work out for 5 minutes. That's it. And if you get 5 minutes in, that's awesome. That's more than you were doing, right?
Yeah.
But a funny thing usually happens. You get that 5 minutes in, feel pretty good. I can go 10 minutes or maybe 15. Right? Next thing I know, I've worked out for 20 minutes when I've been on the couch for 3 months, Yes. It all starts with that, I can do this. Because you get overwhelmed by the big picture. You're like, oh my gosh, I've got so far to go. Why even start?
Yeah.
It all starts with that 5 minutes. So I'm a big believer in the AAA philosophy that action alleviates anxiety. That means when you start doing something about the problem, you feel so much better just by, hey, I took that action. I'm going to get there. You took that action. It's huge. So don't think, hey, it's just 5 minutes, or maybe you ate one vegetable, or you prepped one healthy meal. You're like, well, I got so far to go. That matters. That really matters. That first step always matters. So don't get caught in that trap that you have to come out and eat broccoli and chicken and work out for 3 hours every day to get back in the groove. Don't fall into the New Year's trap where people start in January like, oh, I'm killing it for 2 weeks and then I'm not doing anything. Hey, this is a fun game. And now is more important than ever to boost that immunity and make yourself as healthy as possible. I don't know all the things that are going around, how you can get it, all these conflicting informations. One thing that's been proven across the board is that if you're healthy and strong, you're going to be a much better position right now. You can either fight or not get it at all. So now is more important than ever. So if you need more motivation than that, I'm not sure what can get it for you, right? Because your health is true. The aesthetic stuff, like, oh, I want to fit these pants, all that stuff's cool. But hey, man, your life could be on the line. For real, these healthy people get that maybe they had something going on, that they weren't eating right. Hey, you give yourself a fighting chance. And then the third one, okay, now what? I want to exercise. Now what? So there are so many options. If you're not ready to go back to the gym, like a lot of people aren't right now, they're kind of seeing, hey, how things are going. The people that are back in the gyms right now, they don't need any motivation. Day one, they were back in the gym. They've been chomping out. Hey, they don't need the motivation. They've already got that. So there's some of us out there that maybe we're not ready to go to the gym. I used to go to the gym, work out, do these things. Hey, outside is great right now. 75 degrees and sunny. Get out there. You're also going to boost your immunity. Get that oxygen in there. Get that vitamin D. Get out there. Hey, if you go for a walk out in this, that's 2 birds with 1 stone right there. We have a lot of awesome hiking trails around here. Absolutely free. You have to pay if you go to Montesano. But the rest of the Land Trust has great trails all over the city right here. Go out there. Hey, get out there and get lost. That's how I do it. Or you can go out and go to the Land Trust page. They got maps and everything. And there's some trail apps out there that help you out. But hiking's also too. Go and clear your head. If you're going to do strength training at home, you can do everyday objects. So we've been doing some of our classes online for people that aren't ready to come back. And my wife was down in Florida helping her mom, and she used a paint can for one of her weights, right? Just whatever's laying around the house, you can use. If you got a backpack, fill that thing with books or rocks or whatever you have, and you can do some strength training. Or everybody in the world who's in fitness is doing classes online because we have to, right? So there's some great coaches out there that can really help you. And whatever kind of workout you're looking for, you can find it online to do from your house right now. And you don't need crazy equipment on a lot of these because everyone's saying, hey, we know people don't have the equipment that they used to. So I will caution, there are some people that are doing this. They're just going, hey, let's go. Some of them are just looking to smoke you, right? They're not looking to like get you a great workout in. They're just, hey, I'm trying to just beat you down in the ground. So be careful on some of them. Do your research. But there's some good coaches out there that are providing these workouts. And you don't need a lot of equipment, and you can be from your house. But get back to that first one. If you just want to go for a walk, that's awesome.
And you're doing online classes, you said too, as well, right? The Huntsville Adventure Boot Camp is doing some of those. If people are interested, awesome.
We've been doing them. We've been live streaming them. You know, we do them live, follow along workouts. They're also on demand. You can do them anytime you like.
Oh, nice.
Hey, if I can't make it your class time, do it whenever you want. So that's been great. We've got in-person classes. We're doing them outside. So we're doing a parking lot. We're at least 6 feet apart. Most of 8. It's a parking spot. You know, you get your own parking spot. So just trying to keep people moving and get them connected too, because a lot of people kind of lost that social connection. That's been a big part as well.
Yeah, it has. That's been both of those have been tough. And what I like what you said, and this is kind of how I've been trying to get myself back into it, is like just set those easy attainable goals to start off with, whether that's the 10 minutes or whatever the case may be, just to get out when I'm getting home. You know, I know at first the stress levels kind of put me in place, right? And just to get out of that a little bit and say, hey, you know what? You know, just when I get home from work, that first 10 minutes, which then turns into 20, kind of get you going and get you back out there a little bit. And you know, the key is just do that a little bit, you know, build that confidence, I think. And then that kind of takes you to that next level. Yeah. That's what I think that's awesome advice. And I'm glad to hear you guys are out there pushing folks and getting them back out there too. You know, summer's coming up. And I know a lot of people are just kind of itching to kind of get back. And I know that's why I wanted to have you on today, is just to give us, a little bit more of a push if anybody needed it to make that first action.
Yeah, just like I said, and if you want to comment below, if anything you're struggling with, you need some help with, get some advice. I'll also get some free gifts. We got some these immunity boots and smoothie recipes that people really like. We give those away. Whatever you guys need help with, man. This is the healthier we all get, it's better for everybody now, right?
Hey, do me a favor after we do this, tag Huntsville Adventure Boot Camp underneath this. So that way, if anybody does want to get in touch with you regarding that, they can. And I'm sure your Facebook page has some more tips and tricks on what to do. So do that for us. And if you got any questions, of course, ask us, as usual. Joe, thank you for coming on and spending some time with us today and giving us those tips, man. It's really helpful. I really appreciate that.
Hey, Colby, thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks.